Michael Chandler comes in there, the limousine riding, jet plane flying, the real
Wheeling,
champion,
dealing,
the
kiss
real
stealing,
the real
son of a
world
gun.
champion goes in there, and he's telling us all about see you at the top, not here for a long time. I mean, Michael, could we
Here
switch
for a
up the
good time.
catchphrases? I mean, holy smokes, we're reusing the same stuff. Anyway, he went out there and he smoked Dan Hooker. The big thing afterwards? Two things. Wow, holy smokes, Michael Chandler is great. I mean, if you haven't been watching him in Bellator, now you respect him. I saw a lot of people say Dan Hooker looked like timid. He looked a little bit like he wasn't all there. Did you feel that, or is that more of Chandler thing? Like we're not giving Chandler his due?
Yeah, like who's not timid when Michael Chandler's in front of you, walking you down, moving forward, and trying to take your head off with everything? Like, he didn't look timid. I think Dan Hooker fights that way. It's just the way he does. He might have had a game plan to keep the shorter man that distance and that range, and Chandler just landed a shot.
The man has incredible power. The backflip scared me. I mean, I thought he was going to snap his ankle when he did that. Are you surprised he finished him that quickly?
I did expect a tougher fight. You know, when you're doing your research and you're preparing and you watch Chandler's fights from the past, you don't necessarily expect him to smoke Dan Hooker in that amount of time. But when you look at what Dan Hooker's been through recently with Dustin Poirier and Paul Felder back to back, and you look at what Michael Chandler has done and how fresh he's been and how much improvement he's shown over the course of his last few fights, it's not that unexpected. But I saw a lot of people pick Dan Hooker to win that fight. And Chandler shut that up, man. And we're not even seeing his best skill. His best skill is wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And he's knocking dudes out like that. That's 2 in a row because he put it on Benson Henderson too in Bellator before he came over. So I don't remember a better UFC debut outside of Anderson Silva. Didn't Anderson Silva beat Chris Lieben in his first UFC fight?
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
It don't get much better than that. Yeah.
Right.
So like you got to go all the way back to around Anderson Silva to think about a UFC debut where you immediately start to think, wow, title contention. And what did Anderson do in his next fight? Became the UFC middleweight champion, right? He beat Rich Franklin after he beat Chris Lieben. 2 fights in, the dude's at the belt. And Michael Chandler seems to be on his way to at least challenging for a UFC championship in the very near future.
I love how he went to the body. I love the power. Everything about it was great. I love, by the way, that Bruce Buffer said Bellator in the discussion. And could this finally
everybody?
Yeah, but could this finally put an end to, because like as the great CLP says, just how good is Patricio Pitbull now, right? Because Patricio Pitbull is a 145er, knocked this guy out.
You could take it one of two ways. You could take it one of two ways, right?
Enough with they're the minor leagues. Enough.
No, wait. So here you can take it one of two ways, right? You can say at the weigh-in, John Anik said, former Bellator champion, it is a major world championship.
Mm-hmm.
But by completely, Vince McMahon used to do this back whenever it was in. If you completely ignore them, people just can assume that they're your rival. If you start to mention them, they're not my rival. I can say them because because if I never mention your name, I almost keep you on the same footing as me. But if I start going, okay, if I start to mention you, then it's like, okay, you won't,
I don't know if I agree with that.
That's exactly.
I
think that's exactly what it is, though. It's like I don't. If I don't say WCW, now WCW becomes my rival. If I go, this WCW guy, it doesn't really matter. And I think that's what's happening right now.
All right, fair enough. Then I see him about to get his hand raised, and I heard it on the broadcast. He said, "Hey, DC, listen to this." He said,
"Listen to this, Daniel."
And then I tweeted right away.
He's one of the only people in the world that still call me Daniel. Hey, Daniel. He goes, "Daniel, listen to this." Like, who? He's one of the only people that still calls me Daniel.
And I was thinking, wait a second. Hey,
is he going to do it?
Is he going to actually do what we've been telling him to do? Now, he didn't say with a tear in my eye, which I thought was
the best part.
It was the best part. I thought it was a miss, but he conceded afterwards that, he's not a big pro wrestling guy. I will say 10 on 10 on the promo. Yes, he did focus on Conor, but, there was a little nod to Ric Flair. There was a little nod to Taz as well. Beat me if I let you, or whatever it was.
Beat me if you can or something.
Yeah. By the way, post-fight press conference. So, of course, we continue the trend of not giving me props on the broadcast. But post-fight press conference, he shouted us out. In fact, we have the clip. Take a look at this.
So the origination of that was actually DC and Ariel talking about why I was in the video game. Ariel said I shouldn't have been in the video game. I hadn't fought in the UFC yet. And DC was like, well, yeah, but he's Ric Flair. He came over from WCW, and he got the title shot right away. Everybody was mad, but, he's Ric Flair. So kind of funny. I'm actually not the biggest WWE pro wrestling guy, but it was the best day of my professional career.
So how amazing is this? He says DC and Ariel, he said he was watching us, the Ric Flair thing. Now he kind of takes a shot at me saying that I said he didn't deserve to be in the video game. I mean, come on.
The guy with the pool, when they said, hey, DC, we're thinking about putting Chandler in. Put Chandler in the game. Listen, Ariel.
I'm happy he took motivation out of our words. Words.
I think Michael Chandler couldn't have done it better. From
amazing.
The walkout to the way that, hey, I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time. I love that. I think that's great. He looked so calm walking into the octagon, no octagon jitters. He was confident, felt like he belonged, said all the right things, and then walks right to the center of the octagon and rips off a promo. Because when we said, and that's why people were saying, oh, he's looking past Dustin. I said, Dan Hooker or Chandler, whoever wins, needs to go out there and they call out Conor McGregor or Dustin Poirier, whoever wins the fight.
Yep.
He went out there and he did it. I'm here. And it was perfect because he right at the time put himself right in line with the very top of the division. It was perfect.
Watch him walk out next time in the robe with the feathers and everything.
Oh,
I mean, I say you run with this, bad boy.
I call him the new nature boy, bro, because no, they want to hate him. He's like, you want to hate, he's perfect. He's like,
so perfect.
He's got a great look, great body. He's getting into the main event scene right away. It's like it's almost like he's in the video game. You got guys that won 5 fights in a year, been in the UFC for years, begging to be in the UFC game. Chandler strolls in with his $1 million contract. He gets in the game before he even steps in front of the octagon. So it's like, that's the guy that you go, I hate that dude. I don't know why I hate him, but I just want to hate Michael Chandler. I want to hate that dude. And if I'm Chandler, I'm styling and profiling. I'm wearing my brand new suits. I got a $15,000 Rolex. I'm the kid. Look at this. Boom, elbow in the mat. I'm telling you, if I'm Chandler, I'm Ric Flair this thing all the way to a title shot and laughing all the way to the bank.
Absolutely.
The whole time.
Play it up. Play the perfect, clean cut heel. Play that guy. And the lesson is more of these fighters need to listen to us because we got ideas for you guys. All right.
Like if you're Chandler, you're saying, hey, hate me. They're giving me everything because I deserve it. Mm-hmm. I'm the former champion in another organization. I look like I look. I train hard. I work hard. And I just knocked out Dan Hooker. And guess what? When the rankings come up, Michael Chandler is going to be like number 3 or 4 in the world right away. It's crazy.
And I also liked he didn't take the bait. He was asked about Pitbull's tweets. Pitbull called him my son and all this stuff on Twitter.
Sell him.
No sell him. Yeah, no sell him.
That now, Pitbull.
Pitbull should do that. But hey, this guy's making high 6 figures in the UFC. And did that on a Conor McGregor fight, which did incredible numbers reportedly. Just no sell it, like you said, just no sell it, no sell it. Hey, don't even now. This goes against what you said earlier because you said the fact that they're mentioning Bellator means that they're beneath them. But if
that's why, this is why Chandler's like, The announcers can mention them as fighters. Patricio, why is it Patricio?
Patricio. One day you'll get his name.
Like, Chandler's like, I'm over here now. Look at me.
I don't know why he said I will. He kept on saying I will every time he was asked about Pitbull. I don't know what that's all about, but I think he played it the right way.